Most blokes who struggle to get lean think there's only two ways to eat. You're either dieting or you're not. That's exactly why so many men get lean only to end up back where they started 6 months later. Because there's not just cutting and bulking, there's actually a third phase that nobody ever teaches you. The phase where you actually learn how to stay lean. And if I'm honest, you've probably never reached it. In this video, I'm going to break down the most overlooked phase in the entire transformation process. A phase that decides whether this is the last diet that you're ever going to do or just another restart 6 months from now. So let's crack on. So you've finished your diet and you've only ever got two settings in your head. Stay strict forever or go back to eating normally and gradually watch the weight creep back on. No one's ever shown you that third option. So when your diet ends, you end up defaulting to whichever one feels less painful at the time. So either you stay restricted because you're terrified of losing that lean look that you just got down to, or you relax completely because you're exhausted, you've had enough of the fucking diet and you're like, fuck it, I deserve it. And both those methods end the same way eventually. So here's the bit that nobody talks about. You spent the entire shred phase associating being lean with feeling hungry. Every win, every kilo down came attached with more and more restriction. Somewhere in your head, being lean and feeling miserable felt like the same thing, which means that the idea of eating more while staying lean, it doesn't really compute. It feels wrong, like you're about to undo all the progress that you've just slaved your ass off getting to. So two things usually happen. Either you bail out of the shred early, so you never actually complete the damn thing, or you do finish and you immediately swing into eating whatever you want because you're so glad it's over and you feel like you've earned it. Problem is that off switch fucks it all up. There is no off switch. There is, however, a next phase which you may never have done. So this next phase is the refuel. And what it is basically is reverse dieting your way out of that big deficit that you've been in and learning how to fuel your body correctly, which keeps your weight stable. Essentially, eating more without getting fat. So the first thing that happens when you move into this phase, your weight always jumps up, all right? Straight away, 1 to 2 kilos within your first week. This is totally normal. It's not fat, it's just water. Because while you're shredding, your body is basically holding less water than normal. And the second you start fueling up again, the proper amount, the water comes back into your body. It's supposed to happen because you're no longer sucked in from low calories. You just bump back up to your new maintenance weight. Most blokes don't know this. So the second the scales bump back up a kilo or two, they start to panic and they think they fucked it. I've had multiple clients message me within like the first week of their refueling phase in an absolute panic because the weight has jumped up close to like 2 kilos or whatever. And they're convinced that they've done it wrong. They're convinced that they're gonna undo everything. But because we go through the refuel correctly, 4 weeks later, after that initial weight bump, waistline's exactly the same and your weight is completely steady on much higher calories. Enjoying more calories, more fuel, more energy for your training, feeling better than you have in the end couple of months of your shred, and just loving life. So let's go through the actual process, all right? So if we use our calorie calculator here as an example with some random person, we'll call him Bob. He's shredded down to 75 kilos, okay? And he's hitting, on average still, he's in a good routine, he's hitting 8,000 steps a day, on average, with about three hours of exercise a week with the gym sessions, maybe a bit of cardio, whatever. You can see the kind of calories that he was probably on to finish his shred, most likely down around that sort of 1800 calorie mark if he was trying to be hyper aggressive to get it done fast. But that top number, that maintenance number calculation you can see up there, that's what you're supposed to have to fuel up correctly. So for him, he's in that 2700 calorie range. Have you ever dieted at somewhere around there before? Chances are you haven't. You've either been fucking starving or trying to smash 4,000 or 5,000 calories in some fat man bulk and messing it all up. Most guys are only ever conscious or tracking their shred diet. They never actually take the time to prepare, plan and track and monitor a refueling diet. And that's what this is all about. Because what happens if you learn to hit your refuel range? So for the first week or two, expect that scale to bounce around. It's totally normal. That's just the water weight in your body sort of settling. What you're watching for isn't that day-to-day number, it's your weekly average weight. And then once that average weight, your official average weight, holds steady, not trending up, not trending down, it stays roughly the same for like 2, 3, 4 weeks in a row, that's confirmation. That is your calorie refuel range, all right? That's the amount of food your body actually needs to be steady and stay exactly where it is. Not down at 16, 1800s and feeling hungry all the time. So that is the new baseline range that you build everything from. By the way, if you want to find out what your own shred and refuel metrics are, you might not know, I've got this calculator along with an entire custom built Physique roadmap available for you in the description below. So feel free to check that out. Honestly, it's pretty fucking wicked, to be honest. If you want that free custom program, link below, it's the best thing that I've built out recently. Anyway, once you know that refuel number, something shifts, all right? You're not guessing anymore. Not going back to some crappy old eating habits which got you out of shape in the first place. You're not having to stay down restricted thinking, this is how I need to eat forever, I need to be hungry forever to stay lean. You're not white knuckling your way through life terrified that one big meal is gonna undo 6 months of hard work. You know exactly what keeps you lean. And you know that there's room either side of it. You have so much more control and flexibility. This is the difference between a guy who diets down and doesn't know how to stay lean, so crashes or keeps trying to be ultra restrictive and sad, and a guy who learns his metrics, learns his refuel range he needs to be in, learns to fuel back up, realizes that your shred is supposed to be a temporary thing. Once you go through this phase correctly, you're building new meal habits, you're learning how to portion your meals and make food decisions based on fueling up and hitting a higher calorie range, while also staying fucking lean and staying steady, creating a new lifestyle for yourself. Learning that being lean and jacked and being fit is about getting to this stage. And that's really fucking powerful, honestly. You'll never have to start over again with a long 6 month shred down, because you'll never lose it. You never would have fucked it up. And then from there, you can start building over a solid 9 months to get proper jacked. Then all you need after an entire 9-month building phase, where maybe you gain 5 kilos just due to bumping your range up just a little bit, is just one quick little shred sprint of like 8 weeks. Like, imagine being in that position long term. How awesome would that feel? How much more control and power over your physique do you think you would have? So that's the refuel phase. That is step 2, phase 2 that I go through in my entire 4-phase system, taking my clients from skinny fat to jacked in a 12 to 18 month period. If you do want the full step-by-step deep dive breakdown of that 4-phase system, I will leave a video right here so you can go there now. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful. Please comment any questions that you have below. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you found value in this. Check out that free custom program below. Go to that video next. Speak to you later.